Hi everyone, Adam here. Time for a quick movie review, and today's movie is The Grudge 2020. And this stars Damien Bashir, John Cho, Betty Gilpin, Lynn Shay, and Jackie Weaver. There's quite a few decent actors in there. Also stars William Sadler. Despite what you may think, this isn't actually a remake of the original Grudge. They're calling this one a sidequel. It takes place during and after the events of the 2004 film and its sequels. And this is the fourth Grudge movie. Yep, there was actually a third one. I'm not sure how many people actually saw that one or know of its existence. It does exist. But I'll put it this way, I like the original Grudge. I didn't really care too much for the sequels. So this tells a story. It actually is kind of like an anthology, but it all comes together in the end to make a very disappointing movie. Yeah, and the story structure is, it kind of goes back and forth between 2004 and 2006. And it will focus on a bunch of different characters, like a rookie police detective, a married couple where the woman's going senile, and a young couple whose wife is expecting. Timeline switches back and forth between 2004 and 2006, and sometimes that'll work in a movie, sometimes it doesn't, because it's really hard to keep a focus on who is supposed to be the main character. Is it the detective who went to investigate what was happening at the, well, we'll just call it the Grudge house. Of course, if you enter the house, the curse follows you. One of the problems I had with it, I know they did something similar in The Grudge 2 where that went back and forth in time, and that annoyed me. But I think this might have worked better if they focused more on one person, or focused on the main characters, who I'm not sure who was supposed to be the main characters in this. There's a lot of characters, but it does make sense in the end, but there's so much wrong with this movie. There's talent in front of the camera and behind it. Produced by Sam Raimi and Robert Tapei. And some really good actors in here too, like Jackie Weaver. So what we have here is a movie that jumps backwards and forwards in time. Looking at the effects the Grudge has on these people, and to be honest, it's kind of boring. And there's just way too many scenes of nothing really happening. Occasionally there'll be the jump scare, here and there, but a lot of the times we're just watching the detective work the case. And I know this only went for 94 minutes, but to me it felt longer because it just dragged on and on, with hardly anything happening. I'd say the actors do the best they could because it's a very weak script, and it was a confusing story as well. I know it's only February, but this might be the worst movie I've seen this year. Okay, there was a couple of good gore scenes here and there, and a couple of creepy moments, but not enough to sustain the whole movie. I hate to say it's dull. It really is. And this was directed by Nicholas Pesce, I think it's pronounced. This is only his third movie. I hate to say his direction is flat. There's nothing really that stands out. And look, I'll give the guy a break, it is his third movie. But still, and he didn't have a very good script to work with. And after saying that, he actually worked on the screenplay as well. So, okay, it has talented actors. It's not good. Probably a major disappointment. I've heard people say it wasn't very good, but they were right. But I always like to make my own judgment. Even if you like the original, I wouldn't recommend this. The original as in the American original. So I'm going to give this a very low rating, which I don't do that often, but this is getting a 4 out of 10, which is a shame considering some of the actors that were involved and the producers, but It's just a mess of a movie. As always, just my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon. Hopefully with a better movie.